All right, guys, we finally got our exhaust pieces in, got them all laid out here for this massive Hemi engine. We're gonna go ahead and start up here at the front, and I'm gonna explain to you guys what we got here. Okay, so starting off, we've got a set of American Racing headers. These are 1 7/8 custom made. We've got a 3-inch collector that also necks down. The neck down portion, you would think, well, why would it do that? That's going to restrict flow. Well, in reality, this increases the exhaust velocity as well as the temperature, and that helps out a lot for different types of racing applications. So again, this is a really nice setup we got from American Racing Headers. Thanks for working with us. Along with it, we've got a set of Cook's MLS or multi-layered steel header gaskets that will be used with both of these headers. Now, unfortunately, we did end up getting these as part of the kit. These are high output catalytic converters. Unfortunately, they're mated to a 2.5-inch pipe. Obviously, the rest of the downstream is all 3-inch, so that's not going to work. So we're going to go ahead and just modify or create a new piece with these high flow cats along with the downstream O2 sensors. So that's what we got here. This is a captivated rotating joint for the headers. Pretty common now. Either that or V-bands. We may end up deciding to do V-bands and some of the other exhaust pieces here, but this one isn't bad since it allows ultimately some motion. It's all about getting a good seal here. Down here we've got a setup mostly just for convenience of SLP stainless steel catbat exhaust system, starting with an X pipe. So we got a 3-inch X pipe with the merge flared out. And if you notice here, instead of running the resonators where the SLP kit would normally set up, in its place we've got a set of Valve Tronic 3-inch mufflers. Now these Valve Tronic mufflers, several folks are running. There's been a few brands out related to cutouts and straight pipes that are dynamic. A lot of those rely on electronic setup. A lot of those electronic setups just don't survive the heat of an aftermarket exhaust system like this. So Valve Tronic has opted for an analog style pneumatic system controlled by a digital vacuum pump system that's all completely wireless, all that nice stuff, but much more longevity, perfect setup for this, which allows you to dynamically change the change the butterfly valve here to go straight through or muffled. So really cool setup from Valve Tronic. I'm excited to use this for the first time from them. Down here, again, we got the rest of the SLP custom bent pipes. We may end up running the resonators that come in the SLP kit right here at the end. And I just got the tips down here on the bottom. These look like nice 4.5 inch out pipes from the 3-inch in. We will probably not end up running these. We have hopes to try and run a carbon fiber quad tip end, or ultimately some type of quad tip end. It's a little bit harder on the wide body chargers to do that, so we're going to try and figure out something, at least with carbon fiber is the diffuser piece. So we're going to kind of leave that to the end since it's just the tips anyway, but really nice sets. We may use this on another project. Anyway, all in all, we've got a full stainless steel exhaust system that allows the dynamic changing of the volume, the amplitude of the actual exhaust noise, a couple of different resonators, retaining cats, and really nice setup. Long tube headers. Obviously, these are also coated. We send them out to Jet Hot for their 2,000 degree temperature coating. Coatings now are really just superior to trying to wrap a lot of the high performance headers so you don't crack them. So obviously that's the reason why we went here. Really nice durable coating that are on these headers. So we're excited to see how to break these in and see how they perform and see some of the underhood temperatures with these really nice ceramic coated headers. So we may end up still wrapping some of the other parts in carbon, but otherwise, I'm sorry, not in carbon, in essentially the fiberglass material to be able to keep the heat out. So with that, the first thing we're going to do is get these headers installed after, of course, we get the axle pieces from our brand new Axels. So we're going to show you that. So in front of us here, we got our primary axles for the front wheel drive system. Obviously, you guys have been seeing how we're doing the front drive shaft. That's been upgraded to essentially a Durango drive shaft, and probably down the line, we'll have a carbon fiber version of that that fits within the Charger all-wheel drive package. Now, for the actual axles, originally we had these OEM axles. You guys saw us disassemble those on camera. We essentially sent these over to Dutchman Axles, a really good company to work with. Can't say good enough about them. So these were the original axles. You can see there's a lot of necking down, weird changes in the outside diameter. Sent those over to them along with all the other parts of the axles, which you can kind of see right here. And with these custom axles, we had to make some new axles completely from high tough material, and then on top of that, the two new axles, as well as this jack shaft axle that we ended up pulling out from the 2008-2009 version of the all-wheel drive 5.7 Charger that does not have the disconnect on it. We had all three of these cryo-treated at 300 below. That just essentially makes it a little bit stronger, align some of the ferrous grains in the steel here, and according to a lot of folks, including Dutchman, this kind of cryo treatment nowadays, even on OEM parts, can out-survive even some of the strongest custom axles with increased diameter, so on and so forth. So really, if you guys are interested in trying to maintain longevity or high horsepower and torque applications, take a look at cryo treating. We're really excited to be able to throw these in the car and see how they do, given this is a pretty unique application that really no one's done before in this configuration. So we're going to go ahead and probably after we get some of this other stuff set up here, we're going to get these new axles thrown into the rest of the assembly, all completely rebuilt with the ends, the tripod, and the star setup is what these are, like most, and get all of that assembled, boots, greased, all that kind of nice stuff, along with the bearing that's pressed onto this guy for the jack shaft of the 3. And ultimately we'll have a custom setup which should easily be able to hold the power that we're going to be putting to the front of the Dodge Charger here, the all-wheel drive Dodge Charger. So really excited. Again, thanks to those vendors and suppliers for working with me on it.